Hey BFFs, how are you guys doing today? Well, guys, can you prepare for job loss? Can you prepare for a lack of income? Well, actually, you can. You can set yourself up. So, I'm going to tell you how to do it. Let's get into this video. Okay guys, in this day and age, it is imperative that we prepare. The title, the name of my channel is Affairs in Order, and that is all affairs. Financial affairs, day-to-day affairs, affairs with your children, everything. And you can prepare. God, heaven forbid that it ever happens, but you can prepare for a job loss, unemployment, for losing income, for having to stay at home, and you know, if you have a baby, you know that that's coming. Y'all can prepare for that. And how you can prepare for that is what we're gonna do with our new binder. We are gonna get 3 to 6 months ahead on our expenses. Y'all know when I started this channel, I was so focused on debt payoff, which I still am focused on debt payoff, but the IRS, if y'all have been here a while, y'all know that the IRS threw us for a loop. So, what we're gonna do is we are gonna get 3 months ahead. Now, this is I think it's called the Sophie Binder from Emily at the Aesthetic Dollar. And these are her month ahead savings challenges. Now, she also throws in a little card for you. And you're gonna be like, well, Gigi, how do we get a month ahead? Well, I am gonna go over with you today on how exactly to get a month ahead. One of the first things that you need to do, just in general with budgeting, but to get ahead, is you need to write down all of your monthly payments to see how much you need a month for your basic bills. So you sit down and you write out, like I have here. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit so y'all can see this a little better. Here we go, here we go, here we go. All right. This first challenge is our rent, our mortgage. My mortgage is approximately, that's taxes and insurance included, $400 a month. We have a very low mortgage. We have a very low interest rate. So this challenge with Emily, you can do it any way you want to, but this particular challenge, this is a bundle that you can buy from the Aesthetic Dollar. I think I got this free in her Advent calendar box at Christmas. So what you do is there are 30 little icons on this sheet. So I'm not doing, it says 1 month ahead. Well, I am tripling this. I want to get 3 months ahead. I want to get between 3 and 6 months ahead. So I'm going to start with the 3 month. Because if you can have 3 to 6 months worth of expenses, then you're not going to stress so badly of trying to figure out, how am I going to get another job? When am I going to get another job? I got to hurry up. You know, it's going to be stressful enough losing a job. Or if you're planning to have children and you want to become a stay-at-home parent, because it's not just stay-at-home moms. If you want to be a stay-at-home parent, you can plan by getting however many months ahead on your bills that you want, so that lessens some of the stress. So like I said, 3 months, this is 1 month, but I'm tripling it, is $1,200. So there is an example, $1,200. There's 30 icons, 30 little houses, divided by 30, puts me at $40 a little icon. So every time I get $40, I'll just color one of these in. Now by the time I'm finished with this entire binder, I will have 3 months worth of expenses saved up. Now, I also included my variable expenses. I included gas and groceries because to me, that's important also. So we're gonna do our rent and mortgage. Like I said, my mortgage is about $400, it's a little under $400. That includes taxes and insurance. And like I said, we have a low mortgage. We have a low interest rate. So $40 for that. I've put our electricity, 3 months of electricity. And these are just general. It's not specific. You can just get an average. My power bill usually runs me about $140 to $170. Well, now that hubby has been home from his back surgery, he likes to leave lights on. And he flicks lights on every time he walks into a room. So our power bill has went up. It's, I think in July, it's like $202 or something like that. So what I did is I just took $600, I divided it by the 30 icons, and that gives me 20 bucks. So when I get a $20 bill, I will color one of those in and stick it in the envelope and just keep moving forward. Water bill, $150 for 3 months, $5 a water drop. I also included our internet, $240, so each little computer will be $8. Now see, when you break it down like that, it doesn't seem so overwhelming. When you look at the whole month and you're like, oh my goodness, I've got to put, you know, $3,000 for just 1 month. That seems overwhelming. But when you break it down in smaller increments, it is so much easier. And you may want to do $8. You may want to do 5 of them at a time. Say you want to put 40 bucks in here. Well, you just color those in. And then once you get this completed, you don't have to worry about stuffing it anymore. It's already done. And then you could just move on. Our cell phone is very expensive, $750 for 3 months. So each little phone icon is gonna be $25. Our car insurance is cheaper than our cell phone bill. So for 3 months, each little icon, $20. Now, subscriptions, I did 2 years for subscriptions. And I just did that as a preference for me. Oh, excuse me. As a preference for me. And you can do this however you want to. But like I said, to me, it's always easier to save in smaller increments because it feels less challenging. And then, and as you see, I've got all my subscriptions written back here that I pay yearly. I do pretty much all of my subscriptions, except for Netflix, yearly. Miscellaneous, I use the miscellaneous for our household. $15 for a total of $4.50. Gas, I use the little car payment because you can use this for car payment. I use this for gas. That's a variable expense. And then I also put groceries in there. Because to me it's important, you have to eat. Now, if we had no income and we were using our savings, I have $1,800 here for groceries. That would be for 3 months. I would not use that. I would not spend $600 a month in groceries. I would be on that no BS budget. You know what I'm saying? That I got to do some beans and rice, which I like beans and rice. But that would be the type of mentality that I had if I were in that position. So, you know, you can make these however you want to, but you can prepare for loss of a job. You can prepare for hard times, because we know right now groceries are ridiculously expensive. I just saw that, you know, a majority of Americans cannot pay their minimum on their credit card bills. It's tough. It's tough out there. And any way we can to prepare is worth it. So what you do to get ahead is, if you want to get it 1 month ahead, you take and write down all your expenses. You divide, like I said, I have the little savings challenge bundle. I like this because it gives you a visual of your progress. But you just take this, the amount. Say your mortgage is $950. Divide that by 30. Okay, it's 31, ooh, I don't like that number, 31.66. Well, what I would do is I would stuff $32 for every icon. And you just do that with every bill that is, I do, like I said, fixed and variable. I didn't include debt in here, but if you wanted to, you would need to figure out the minimums on your credit cards also and stuff that. I would probably do that more as a, like if my minimum on my credit card was like $35, I would probably just do the 35 in one stuffing and say, okay, there's 1 month, and then do 35 in another. Okay, there's 2 months, and then 35 again. There's 3 months, if just in preparation. But that is how, you guys, you get 1 month, 3 months or 6 months ahead. You could do it 9 months. You could do it a year. Whatever your financial budget allows you to do, you can do that. And that's the wonderful thing about budgets. It's your budget. You make that money work for you. You've already worked hard for it. Now let it work for you. You tell that money where to go. You tell that money what to do. You say, hey, yo, money, you going right here, and you're going to stay right there. That's where you go, and that's where you're going to stay. You're for a specific purpose. I am so protective of like my sinking funds and money like that. And y'all know I'm an impulse spender. I am such an impulse spender. But there's something about having that money in those sinking funds. I don't want to touch it. Like, I am so protective of that money. It just like flipped my mindset. Now, I'm still an impulsive spender. If I see money in our checking account, I still have a tendency to be like, ooh, what could I buy with that money? I am a work in progress and I'm trying to get better. But saving money this way has completely changed my mindset. And I know that it could change yours too. So prepare, guys. Get your affairs in order. Your financial affairs in order. Start $5, $10, $2, $1, whatever you have. $1 tomorrow that you have an envelope is more than you will start with. So y'all remember that. But that, my friends, is how you get ahead. So just remember, you start out by writing all of your bills down. Then you take and divide it by however many icons are on the challenge or however many stuffings you want. And that amount will tell you how much you need to put in each envelope. And it is a life changer. It is. I know. So guys, if y'all are logging off here, leave me a heart emoji in the comments. The rest of us are going to answer our promptu card. Okay, what is something you're afraid of? Okay, y'all. I'm afraid of them, but I respect them. Snakes. Like, I don't want them killed. I know they serve a purpose, because can you imagine all the rats? If we didn't have snakes, imagine all the rats and the diseases that they carry would be rampant. No, we need snakes. I would just prefer that they stay over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them killed. And speaking of snakes, we had a snake in our yard, a black snake. He was a racer. I just called him Blackie because, of course, he's black. And I was sitting on our back porch and I heard something hit our storage building. And it was like, bam. And I looked over and I didn't see anything. And I thought, okay, well, it must have been a branch or something fell from the tree. And I'm sitting there and I hear Molly and Chester, you know, our pups, and Chester is just doing a low grumble, you know, at the back door. And I look around and I don't see anything, and I'm like, you know, Chester, hush. There's nothing out here. Well, I turned back around and there was a black snake. A huge, massive racer, periscoping, coming down the yard. And I knew then it was a racer because he had the white neck, you know, long thin tail. and he was just cruising. So I think he was coming from right beside the storage building. So I think he must have been in a tree, because you know they're excellent climbers, and he fell out of the tree. Well, I was on the porch. I had no, like, I wasn't afraid, so to speak. I was just watching him, and he was so graceful in his movements, and I wanted to watch it. He couldn't hurt me. I was up on the porch. He was down on the ground. Y'all, he was just periscoping. He was up, just periscoping, slid through the backyard, and I leaned over, because he went in front of the porch, and I leaned over to see him, and I guess he must have saw my shadow, and he zipped under the porch. Y'all, when he zipped under that porch, I felt such fear. Now, mind you, he couldn't get to me, but just the quick, sudden movement just like gave me cold chills. Like, I had to get up and go in the house. Well, we had seen Blackie in the upper part of our yard, not close to the house, but the upper part of our yard, several times in the wood line and things of that nature. And I told my husband, you know, black snakes are good to keep around. Let's keep the snakes around. It'll keep, because there's a hay field behind our house. Of course, there's mouse. Where there's hay and fields, there's rats. So I told my husband, I was like, don't kill him. You know, he's not gonna hurt anybody. He's gonna do his thing and leave us alone. Well, we saw Blackie, because they have a home base and a home radius, I think of about a mile. We saw him for several summers. In the fall, I was looking out my living room window, and I saw my next door neighbor in my yard killing a snake. Now, I can't prove that it was Blackie, but we haven't seen Blackie since. And it's like, you came in my yard. Like, first of all, you're trespassing. But second of all, do you not understand the benefits of a snake? Like, he's not gonna hurt you. Leave him alone. Like, leave him alone. Of course, if you hem him up somewhere, he's gonna strike at you. But like, and I was, it upset me. You know, it's like, but anyway, what is something you are afraid of? Y'all, leave your answers in the comments below. And just letting you guys know, I am recording this on Sunday. I pre-recorded this week's videos because I am having a procedure Monday. So probably by the time y'all are seeing this, I've already had it. And probably already given you guys an update. But I just wanted to let you know, because I am transparent with you guys about finances and about my health, that this is pre-recorded on Sunday the 23rd. So guys, I thank you so much. If you would, give me a thumbs up. Share this video with someone that you think may enjoy it. Hit that subscribe button and come on over and be a BFF. I love you guys so much. I thank you for spending your time with me. I try to upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We do have some new BFFs here. Welcome, welcome. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, friends.